So you want to learn how to guard cancel. Here's an example of me using a guard cancel against my opponent. To perform a guard cancel, as you saw on the clip, you need to perform either a just defense or a hyper defense against the opponent. Once you do, you have to immediately then do either a special to cancel out of the just defense or hyper defense. Here, I'll demonstrate. You can do any special cancel from the just defense or hyper defense. It doesn't have to be a specific type of cancel of any special. You can even perform your just excels to go into your special cancels into specials. So you can have an edge against the opponent if you do perform a guard cancel, regardless of what you're going to be doing right afterwards. The one issue though when performing your guard cancel is that you end up using more of your rev gauge when performing a guard cancel. So you got to be careful when you're performing a guard cancel against the opponent if you are nearing the edge of overheating. Not only that, you're also able to perform a super cancel from a guard cancel, but you have to perform a hyper defense to get this to work specifically, at least from what I have tested.
I swear on my map!
And depending how you perform the super from the guard cancel, you can do what is called a 0 frame cancel. So that way, if you're performing the super as quickly as possible, you have an edge against the opponent and catching them off guard with your super.
For the children!
The only caveat when performing a guard cancel is that it requires precise timing. It is one of the most difficult mechanics to perform in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. If you don't have the proper timing when you're performing a guard cancel, or in this case trying to perform a just defense and a hyper defense to then get yourself a guard cancel, it requires a lot of practice to then get this to work into an actual game. If you want to perform a guard cancel against the opponent, you want to make sure that it works. It's best to try to capture the opponent when they're trying to perform any normals or even specials in the neutral, at neutral range specifically. So that way, you'll have a better time adjusting yourself when performing your guard cancel and then immediately using your special of some kind. Here's an example of what I mean. So instead of trying to perform a guard cancel against any of the more faster ending normals, here's an example of me performing a guard cancel against the Taizok, but if you perform it and they're still going for their offense and it's quick enough to hit you out of your guard cancel, you can still get hit out of it. Try to get off a guard cancel against the opponent when they're performing more long-winded attacks like in the neutral. Stuff like this. Or at least when it comes to specials overall. And that's about it really. There really isn't any intricacies between doing a guard cancel, it's just difficult in general. It's not super complex. So as long as you're able to perform a just defense or a hyper defense against the opponent, and then immediately, once you get off the just defense and hyper defense, perform any kind of cancel from specials to supers. Though I would then recommend that if you want to perform a super from one of the particular defenses that I just mentioned, it should be a hyper defense to then get yourself the overall frame advantage against the opponent and then the cancel into your supers. So yeah, that's about it. If you enjoyed the video and you feel like you learned something from this, give the video a like, subscribe to see more of my shit, and yeah, stay tuned, stay safe.